This week on LandLeader Television. We are the leaders of the land. Land is what we live on. It can be explored, built upon, and cultivated. Land holds our wildlife, crops and livestock, and the homes in which we live. It provides a resource for your family. It's what our forefathers settled and our brave fight to protect. It asks that you respect it, keep it free, and put back what you have taken. At times, it's purchased, sold, and traded, and it's passed on from generation to generation. So it's our duty as land brokers to be champions of conservation, habitat management, and ownership. We possess a deep love for our land and respect for all it provides. We are LandLeader. The following segment is brought to you by Corder & Associates, your trusted source for buying and selling farms, ranches, hunting, and vacation properties throughout Montana and Wyoming.
Hey there, I'm Megan Pertz at Corder & Associates. We are out here on about 3,500 acres northeast of Glendive, Montana. Pristine, impeccably kept pasture and farmland. This family has really managed it through the generations. They've managed it for farming, ranching, and especially recreation. Eastern Montana is a prime location for any recreationalist that wants to come out for hiking or hunting or fishing. We've got it all. The whitetail and mule deer, the trophies that come out of this area are unreal. You've got some of the rugged terrain that those deer like to hide out in, and then you've got the rolling hills that really capture the essence and the beauty of Eastern Montana, the hills that just go on forever. It's just so picturesque. One of the most exciting parts of my job and the most rewarding parts of my job is getting to put that perfect client with a perfect piece of property that they'll enjoy and recreate on for years to come. I've been at Corder & Associates for close to a year now. I handle the eastern portion of Montana. I've really found a passion for the farming and ranching aspect of real estate. They're just my people. I really enjoy visiting with them and hearing the stories that have been passed down through the generations on the pieces of land that I'm representing.
Well, today we find ourselves 20 miles northeast of Glendive, Montana, out in some of the most beautiful farm and ranch country you can find. This particular farm, he's the 5th generation. As a certified crop advisor, I can unequivocally say that he is one of the top stewards of the land and producers in the area. Provides a great opportunity for someone that's looking to potentially get into farming or ranching, potentially get a lease where they can get a return on their investment and have some of the finest recreational hunting in the area. Glendive is known for trophy mule deer and whitetail. This property has all of that. It's got great pheasant hunting. From a recreational standpoint, that's what this property really has to offer. The hunting with all the different game birds, upland birds, from Hungarian partridge to sharp-tailed grouse to the pheasants. The pheasant hunting is phenomenal. The Yellowstone River is a short 20 minutes away that has incredible fishing. On every ranch in Montana, water is the limiting factor, and for a ranch like this to have so many spring-fed reservoirs and reservoirs that fill from runoff, they have pipelines with some water troughs and water tanks. It sure makes this place just a recreational dynasty. Along with a windmill that's pretty special. It's still in production and it's producing water. Water sure isn't a limiting factor on this ranch, and it does great for the wildlife. I have this property co-listed with my agent, Megan Pertz, who handles Eastern Montana. She's very familiar with this ranch and farm. She used to work harvests out here and extremely knowledgeable in the farm and ranch aspect in this particular area. She's a wealth of knowledge and couldn't be more excited to have this co-listed with her.
I think Eastern Montana is kind of the last best place and not very well known. So getting those properties out there to people who are going to love them and treat them just as well as the previous owner did, it's really important.
This segment was brought to you by OtterBox, building extraordinary products to enhance your life. And by CINCH Jeans and Shirts, the leader in premium Western wear clothing since 1996. Are you experienced in farming, ranching, or recreational properties? Do you have a passion for the outdoors? Are you seeking a profession in real estate and land sales? If so, LandLeader is growing our team of real estate brokers and agent members across the country. We offer a strong network, excellent property marketing support, real estate training, and national affiliation of land brokerages that is second to none. For more information on becoming a member of LandLeader, visit us at landleader.com.
Out here, there's no boss, no 9 to 5, no vacation days. You see, this is more than a job. It's a calling. It's the sweat, the grit, the worry, the wonder, and the truth that you were born to lead this life.
LandLeader Television is brought to you by OtterBox. At work or at play, OtterBox enables your everyday. CINCH Jeans and Shirts, your leader in Western wear. Gunworks, 1,000 yards capable right out of the box. Western Heritage Consulting and Engineering, built on grit. Blue Otter Polarized Sunglasses, the very best. Covert Scouting Camera, top quality trail cameras with unmatched support. SWAROVSKI OPTIK, perfection meets tradition. Kevin's Catalog, the place for Kevin's fine outdoor gear and apparel. And by Feed the Party, the best steaks and meats at the best prices. The following segment is brought to you by John Kohler and Associates, representing some of the finest properties in the Southeast.
I'm John Downs, and I'm fortunate to be the owner caretaker of this property and started putting it together 20 plus years ago. I spotted this property several years before I was able to buy any of it. And I started buying it piece by piece. I operated it of fairness about purchasing land. From time to time, they would come to me and say, we're ready to sell. We've been improving it day by day, year by year. I used to say, I can't afford to get a good, decent bull, but one day I'm gonna breed the best in the country. My first calf was $20 at an auction about 1955, a little Hereford bull calf. So I've had a desire for livestock all my life, basically. But John Kohler, his name has been around for some time. He was the first on Ted Knight's list. And then with that, I met Walter. Between the team, I could not have asked for better. I wouldn't consider anybody else but them.
Hi, I'm Walter Hatchett with John Kohler Associates. We're here today on Southern Cattle Lands in Jackson County, Florida. Southern Cattle's lands is over 9,800 acres here in the northern part of the county. It is a highly improved, superb cattle ranch. High quality soils, abundant water, magnitude 2 springs, 130 plus acre lake, just an exceptional ranch all the way around, almost 1,000 acres under irrigation, high quality facilities, huge metal hay barns, fenced, cross-fenced, highly accessible. We had a chance this morning to go down to the Waddell Mill Pond Spring with Justin Strickland, their hydrologist, and man, what a beautiful spring it is. And he got to explain to us the water flows and the testing wells and all the due diligence to understand what it takes to put in a water bottling facility.
I'm Justin Strickland. I'm a professional geologist. I work with Southern Cattle Company. I handle all their water resource permitting. I take care of all their monitoring and compliance issues. I've been employed full-time for 5 years, but I've been their consultant since 2001. The Waddell Springs flows from the Florida Aquifer, which is one of the largest aquifer systems in the southeast United States. Bottled water quality. It's the highest quality spring water I've seen in the past over 25 years of work experience. You can pump at minimum 32 million gallons a year from this particular site. Water quantity and quality of this Jackson County area, particularly this farm, is high volume, high quality, high quantity.
The facility here is over 75,000 square feet. This is a show place. The working pens out back are second to none. This is a world-class show barn. What Mr. Downs has put together here over the past 20-something years is pretty special. John Cole and Associates, with our associates from South Carolina to Alabama, we specialize in high-quality properties like Southern Cattle Lands here, high-quality plantations, farmland, timberland, and our knowledge of the land puts ourselves above and beyond any other brokerage in our market area.
Hi, I'm John Kohler from John Kohler and Associates. Welcome to Southern Cattle Lands. It's an honor to represent this property. I've known about this property for decades. There's something magical about this property. Everything from the original Native Americans to the Seminole Indians, the Creek Indians, to the first settlers of the state of Florida, to even Andrew Jackson, who camped just off my left shoulder here above the springs. He came back and he bought cattle and took them back to his ranch. We've developed a sealed bid process, which is a nexus between an open outcry auction and a traditional sealed bid. It's catered to high net worth individuals, buyers, and investors of great properties like this one.
We have a passion for livestock and passion for land. This cattle business, I mean, what I do, I want to do right, not halfway. I'm not a fence patcher. I build a new fence. I don't have enough time. I got to do it right the first time. So we focus on doing things right. And we've been cleaning up and clearing, developing this land for years. There gets to be a point in time in a guy's life that he has to decide, are you going to leave this in the care of someone that loves it like you do and has a passion for it? One of my models of life is when I hit the floor every morning. It's on my knees. And God has truly blessed our company and allowed me to be the caretaker for 20 plus years, and I'm very grateful.
This segment was brought to you by Gunworks, 1,000 yards right out of the box. And by Blue Otter Polarized Sunglasses. Don't settle for anything less than the best.
Honey Break Lodge is a majestic site towering over the cypress trees of scenic Larto Lake. With 6 lodge suites, 26 beds, and our camp that can host 96, Honey Break can accommodate any event. Visit us at honeybreak.com.
The Climber, a new ultralight design by Gunworks. The Climber is the pinnacle of lightweight, long-range design. Design yours at gunworks.com.
Land is where it all begins. From farmland and working cattle ranches to hunting properties and recreational retreats. We aren't your typical real estate agents. We choose boots over dress shoes and trucks over sports cars any day. We hunt, fish, raise cattle, and grow crops. We understand land.
Now you can live the Honey Break experience. We carry top brands in waterfowl and outdoor clothing, as well as a full line of Honey Break logo t-shirts, souvenirs, and gifts. Visit us at the Pro Shop or online at honeybreak.com.
This property is brought to you by Maine Outdoor Properties, Realty of Maine. Let us be your guide to a better way of life.
I'm Steve, and we're here at Lone Lake Camps in Princeton, Maine. I actually started up in this area about, well, I hate to say it, but almost 50 years ago. I owned a civil engineering land surveying business before this. I decided to retire early and buy a little place. I ended up buying Long Lake Camps, which is a rather large lodge, and that was about 15 years ago. We're on a peninsula in Long Lake, which is connected to 4 other lakes. We have 12 cabins. We have a full dining hall, full tackle shop. We also have guide services. We'll take you to these lakes as well as 45 other lakes in Washington County. We have swimming and we have fishing, some of the best fishing found in all of New England as far as bass fishing, pool table, ping pong, and movies for the kids. And we have excellent ATV trails. It's not uncommon here in the month of June to see people catch over 100 bass a day and release them. We're all catch and release now, which is why we have the world-class fishing. You'll see just about every type of wildlife there is. We have many, many deer here, black bear, moose, eagles, and loads of birds, and wild turkey. We have a big fish contest here at Long Lake Camps every year. We go by length because that's the easiest way to do it. And we had a young girl by the name of Mary. She was only 8 years old. And lo and behold, in Long Lake here actually, she caught almost a 22-inch smallmouth bass. And she won the tournament. She did it on a 4-foot pink Barbie rod. I have guys who come here from all over the country with thousands of dollars worth of equipment, and they couldn't beat her. Her picture hangs in the lodge today.
My name's Linda Whitman, and we're at Long Lake Camps in Princeton, Maine. This is a spectacular location. It's been here since 1945. The peninsula is heading directly north, so one side of the peninsula with all the cabins is facing east and the other side west, so all sunrise or all sunset in a beautiful setting. You're going to feel like you're out in the Canadian wilderness when you're here, but it's only 4 miles back to the center of town. It's everything we need within 4 miles. The people that you meet are fantastic. For the summer season, it's very busy. All of the cabins are unique. There are no 2 that are the same. They have their own character and charm. They're very homey, extremely clean. Most of the people who come have their certain favorites that they always come back to year after year. Whole new water system. This side, the east side, is all on a low-pressure sewer system. It's been a lot of grand improvements. All the docks, there was only 1 dock when he bought it. Now every cabin has a dock in front of it. A lot of improvements.
I met Deb through a different number of people. I've heard a lot about her. She understands the Maine lifestyle and how important it is to keep these places going.
Hi, I am Deb Henderson, Maine Outdoor Properties team at Realty of Maine. Long Lake Camps is located on Long Lake. It is a group of lakes that all flow into the St. Croix watershed. It has 12 rental cabins. They currently are open from May through the end of September. The owners, Steve and Lynn Whitman, have taken wonderful care of it. They've brought it back to its full potential. Phenomenal bass fishery. There is a year-round home here, so someone could live right on site, very private and well cared for. Owning a sporting lodge is a wonderful lifestyle. Being out on the water, meeting wonderful folks that still want to carry on the legendary tradition of sporting. I'm just blessed to be able to travel all parts of the state of Maine and see some of the wonderful properties and meet some of the finest people.
I'm originally from Massachusetts. This is like Massachusetts 100 to 150 years ago. Nothing's really changed up here. I love the lifestyle, but it's time to get some younger blood into the mix. And also, I really want to see the camp go on. Lynn and I are both at the age now that, we like to do a couple other things besides do this year round. And that's why we decided it was time to move on.
This segment was brought to you by Covert Scouting Cameras. Remain best in the game with Covert Scouting Cameras. And by SWAROVSKI OPTIK. Perfection meets tradition.
I want to be silent, and I want to be lethal. I want every advantage. With with the new covert cell cameras, I'll finally have the edge I've been missing. The only way they'll know I'm here is if they hear my heart beating through my chest.
Here at Swarovski OPTIK, a lot of time is spent on perfecting a few great things until every idea we touch enhances every moment in the field. For a quarter century, the Swarovski OPTIK SLC has been making hunters' dreams become reality. Feel the wilderness every time you step outside.
This property is brought to you by Land and Wildlife. We live the lifestyle we sell.
I'm Caleb Howard. I'm a broker with Land and Wildlife, proud partner of LandLeader.
And I'm Megan Cobb, and this is the Chestnumus Creek Ranch. It's owned by my family.
This is a really nice ranch, 2,770 acres, mostly rolling grass hills and timbered draws. There's 80 acres of water rights here and 700 acres of timber, and we're located about 34 miles from the town of Enterprise in Malawi County. The landscape is real diverse and gives you plenty of different vegetation types to work with. You have rolling grass, which cattle thrive in. You have south-facing slopes that allow early forage for livestock and wildlife. We have timbered draws, which offer merchantable timber. We have Chestnumus Creek, a year-round stream that offers great fishing. We also have fantastic hunting for Rocky Mountain elk and mule deer, spring bear, and more. One thing neat about the wild steelhead population in Chestnumus Creek is it's actually a very biologically significant population. It's never been diluted with hatchery fish. It's one of the only streams in the entire Columbia River Basin that offers such a thing. We're right at the transition of the Blue Mountains to the Zumwalt Prairie, which really offers great diversity in water resources, and the wildlife just thrive here. There are herds of over 1,000 elk that call this whole area home. It's not uncommon to find 350 class bulls on this property. So you can get landowner preference tag for rifle just about every year. The mineral rights with this property are intact. Not much mining or anything has happened around this area. You have 80 acres total of water rights. 40 acres come out of Gooseberry Creek right beside us, and they actually gravity flow down a PVC main line. One option that you can do is a water lease, where you lease out the irrigation water to stay in stream. And that's often the highest and best use in this area, and it's a real win-win. The structures on this ranch include a horse barn, a bunkhouse, a shop, and a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 1,700 square foot house. The bunkhouse actually used to be a post office. There was a town above this ranch incorporated in the 20s, and it was called Lewis, Oregon. And Lewis was just the post office that now lies on the ranch. There's also a schoolhouse here on the ranch. It's called the Lewis School. It was built in 1924 and retired in 1964.
So my grandpa bought the ranch in 1973. He's enrolled the ranch in a stream restoration program, as well as put in a 1.75 acre pond that is stocked with trout year-round. Not only my family, my sister and I, my cousins, my dad and uncles, we've all worked and lived around this place. I did get married on this ranch. We actually converted the post office into a bunkhouse during that time, and it was a pretty special opportunity to be able to get married down here at this place that raised us. Caleb's been one of my good friends for as long as I can remember. He's been great to work with. He's extremely knowledgeable about land, the hunting, the fishing, cattle ranching, has a great work ethic towards the property and a passion for this type of lifestyle.
Well, I've known these landowners for a very long time. They interviewed me and several other brokers with the tools I had and presented to them. They decided I was the best fit, and I'm very happy they made that decision. This is a really neat ranch, and I've just really enjoyed coming out here.
When my grandpa passed away, he left it in a trust to my cousins, my sister and I. None of us are at a point in our life where we can do this ranch justice. So rather than let it sit and be unused, we would like to see someone that can enjoy it hunt or run cattle, just as long as it's not going to waste.
It's really nice that you can go fishing in the morning, herd cattle in the afternoon, and go shoot an elk in the evening. I mean, really, the sky's the limit on this ranch.
For more information on how to feature your property on LandLeader TV, please visit landleader.com.